going to talk about the marketing play to use when you just need to make a quick 20 grand. We've all been in situations where, man, okay, I could really use some quick cash. Maybe your HVAC unit went out and that's 16 grand to repair. Maybe you lost one of your key trainers or coaches. Maybe you need some home repairs, whatever it is. But we've all been in a situation where we need a quick 20 grand. It happens with leases. It happens with moving. It happens. There's a whole host of reasons why you might need to make a quick 10, 20, 30 grand.
Yeah. And the great thing about this too is we were just talking right before we started recording was that this framework, while we're going to talk about it in certain aspects, is great for pretty much launching any program, right? You want to launch a supplement line, this framework works. You want to launch a kids program, you want to launch a boot camp, you want to launch a Olympics lifting specialty program, the same framework works really, really well, regardless of what you're launching.
Welcome to the Profit Lifestyle for Fitness Entrepreneurs podcast. My name is Scott Carpenter. I am a personal trainer turned multiple gym owner and investor who's already been through the rock bottom and near bankruptcy in the fitness business. But I've been lucky enough to come out the other side and have turned the profits of my fitness business into indestructible wealth. I'll be sharing the no bullshit strategies, tactics, and advice to win big in business and in life. So if you're a gym owner, a personal trainer, or an online coach who wants to make multiple six figures in take-home profit and have the freedom with your time to actually enjoy it, subscribe now to this podcast. This is the show for you. Okay, welcome back, everybody, to the Profit Lifestyle for Fitness Entrepreneurs. I'm Scott Carpenter, with me, Andy Miller, as always. And today we actually have a really sexy one. We're going to talk about the marketing play to use when you just need to make a quick 20 grand. We've all been in situations where, man, okay, I could really use some quick cash. Maybe your HVAC unit went out, right? And that's 16 grand to repair. Maybe you lost one of your key trainers or coaches and, a bunch of clients fell off. Maybe you need some home repairs, whatever it is. But we've all been in a situation where we need a quick 20 grand. It happens with leases. It happens with moving. It happens with your treadmills going out, kind of beyond the reasonable repair. There's a whole host of reasons why you might need to make a quick 10, 20, 30 grand.
Yeah. And the great thing about this too is we were just talking right before we started recording was that this framework, while we're going to talk about it in certain aspects, is great for pretty much launching any program, right? You want to launch a supplement line, this framework works. You want to launch a kids program, you want to launch a boot camp, you want to launch a Olympics lifting specialty program, the same framework works really, really well, regardless of what you're launching. So even though we're going to talk about it in the context of like getting in a couple of new high paying clients, generating 10, 20, K in a weekend or whatever, this framework does apply to a lot of other things as well, which is why it's so universal and so great. And that's why we wanted to bring it to you guys' attention.
Yeah, we've applied it in multiple different ways for multiple different people.
Yep.
Gym owners, trainers, for online programs, you name it. And like Andy said, if you're launching a kids program, if you're launching a supplement line, or you're going to do drop ship meals to people's houses, you're going to do a big launch on that. Maybe you are launching high ticket nutrition coaching mentorship, right? It applies to all these things. And so it's really neat. I mean, we've been doing this for a while, but I really kind of rebuilt the whole play from soup to nuts to do a bigger launch on something.
Yep.
And we have an abbreviated version, right? Where you can just run it out. We call it the 10K weekend playbook, where there's a certain framework, whatever you're launching, and for whatever occasion this special is, you have a reason that you're going to do it. And there's a really quick framework that you do over, it really takes a week to fully execute it, right?
Right. It's not just a full weekend, but it's not a huge time commitment either, which is really nice.
No, it's a very small one. And so we've been doing that and helping. We kind of originated this shortcut version for the people who knew they wanted to work with us.
Yep.
But they're like, hey, I'm barely making ends meet. Like, I absolutely want to do this. I can see how it's going to help, but I need to get some funds to get going because they're just at a razor's edge. And so that's when I created that abbreviated version. And they brought in, I nicknamed it the 10K weekend playbook because on average, when I took my first 3 people through, they brought in 10K.
Yep.
That being said, if you have a longer period of time, if you have 3-4 weeks, do a bigger launch. That's not much more work, but will bring in a lot more. And
Yeah.
so I've, when I recrafted this a few months ago, we took George through it. We took Gregoria through it. We took two Davids through it. We took Mike through it. Craig's going through it now. Dominic is going through it now. Sean's going through it now.
Yep.
And we use it in conjunction with them bolting on high ticket. Like we teach how to build, self-fulfill, renew a high ticket nutrition mentorship. Doesn't always have to be nutrition, but whatever that higher ticket program is in your gym, we coincide it with this marketing launch. And so I kind of redid all this soup to nuts. And it's a 4-week kind of play. It can be done in 3, but man, is it hitting like crazy. Some of the results they've had in this short time period was when they did this 4-week launch was over 30 grand in new business, right? David hit, I believe it was at like 18. He hit into low 20s somewhere, low to mid 20s somewhere.
Yeah, I think
which
so.
then allowed him to close on his house, which he just did like 3 days ago, which pumps me up. He just bought his first house for his family, which is amazing. Mike is already above $40,000. I think it's at 43 or 44K.
Mike is crushing it.
Oh, his were taking longer than 4 weeks because the email plays in this marketing play we're actually dripping out over a longer period of time because it's a pretty big email list. And so we're not launching all the emails to his entire list at once. And we're also doing that so he's got the capacity. So his is going to drag out for longer than normal, right? But we did that strategically. There's not always a one size fits all. Sean just launched his. Well, we haven't even officially done the marketing play yet. We've just done the first piece, and he brought something just shy of 3K in from one deal, which was amazing.
Yeah.
But so yeah, we like to do this with high ticket, how we teach that, right? Your mentorship program. That's more than just the workouts. But like Andy said, you could be launching PT or semi-private in your large group training facility. So you're launching that program. You could be launching a over 50s program, a kids program, a supplement thing, whatever you want to launch, this will work with. And so really what we like to do from the start is once you know what your prices and offers are, and hey, if you don't have any of that, you don't want to sell it all, and all you have, let's say, is a large group or small group, you can do PIF plays, right?
Yeah,
you can
paid
do
in full.
you can do paid in fulls. Ideally, I want you to not just pay in full, get that from your existing people, right? Because then you're just taking from your EFT. What I would like you to do is get it from the alumni, right? Your alumni is the people who have left that just need an excuse to come back. That's too good. That's too good. Too good to say no to.
This is a really good play to do to a former client alumni list.
Absolutely. Oh, yes. And so first step is let's get a list. Okay. If you have a value add or an additional thing for existing people, right? I want you to write down a list of your dream clients who it's for. Right. So if you're going to have a high ticket program, or maybe you've got a nutrition coaching thing, or you've got a hormone program, or you've got a whatever it is, okay, mindset, behavior change stuff, you name it. You want to write down the existing clients that you have that would be a really good fit for this, right? Because what you're going to do is start to open up conversations to them. And you're going to let them know that, hey, over the next several weeks, I'm launching this. Here's the reason why I'm launching this, right? And so if it's a high ticket program, mentorship, you get to tell your little why on you've created this program. Well, you've worked so hard. I've been in this business for 9 years, and I've got 115 5-star reviews on Google. We give great workouts here, and a lot of people have seen some great results, but what I've realized, it is so much more than just you coming in here and getting the workouts. The people who have done the best in here and not have just gotten the results that they wanted, but kept it for a lifetime, they have changed habits outside of the gym. Yeah, just like you, they're coming in 3 times a week and putting in the work and working hard, and you've been crushing that. But where they really changed is the other 165 hours a week that they're not in the gym. And that's what I built this program to solve because it's not easy. Diets don't work. You're going to do it for what, 4, 5, 6 weeks when you're really motivated, and you'll never do it again. It's too restrictive.
Mm-hmm.
I need to, and so I've developed a program where we're going to work hand in hand. I'm going to take you by the hand and we're going to work to build this into your life so it's easy. It incorporates the foods you like to eat. It's flexible so you can go out with your friends and family still. It's fun and enjoys the foods you like to eat. You don't have to have the guilt, and we can solve this problem once and for all, right? So however you want to pitch it, but we're going to develop a list of your current clients that would be a really good fit for whatever you're launching, okay? Then you also want to look at your alumni, the people who left, right?
Absolutely. And this is super powerful, right? Because essentially what we're going to be doing is making a list of your alumni that you think would be a perfect match for this, and then reaching out to them personally. That's so powerful
Yes.
to reach out to
Yes.
someone that's a former client and saying, hey, I've got something that I've been working on that I think you would be a great fit for. That's super like flattering for the alumni.
It is. It is. And that's it. It's these personal things. And again, you're going to sell something expensive, whether it's a paid in full or a high ticket program or whatever it is, or you're launching a new program that's going to have continued EFT and success. I don't care what it is. But you want to take that very seriously. A little bit of work now will really bring in a lot of money, a lot of money. And so those personal reach outs are so important to these people. And it acknowledges them. I mean, it could have been one of your favorite clients who left 2 years ago for whatever reason. It could have been a financial setback. It could have been they moved away, which if you have a high ticket mentorship, you can work with them, even though they moved to a different state, right? It could be they just had an injury. It could be they had a bunch of family or work stuff come up, and they loved the time in there, but their situation could have changed in a year or 2 or 3 or 4 later, right? And so you just taking the time to open up, oh my God, I was just thinking about you this day. Remember the time when, right? And so if you haven't talked to them in a long time, you might need to warm it up a little bit, right? Hey, how have you been? How are you
I
doing?
wouldn't necessarily just drop that right in there right at
Yeah.
the beginning, but
Exactly. So you want to do that right away if there are people we haven't talked to in a while. But I'm really big on audio notes too. You can send them faster than you can a text message. You're more likely to reach them from a phone call, but call too. Like calling is a really good way, especially the ones that you're close with. But an audio note, man, you can bring your personality. It gets them feeling that relationship.
It gets emotion into it too.
Yes. It's your emotion that like, this isn't some bullshit thing, right? It's something I really care about. And I wanted to reach out to you first because like, let's say it's a high ticket mentorship. I wanted to reach out to you first. You're going to start to see this coming out over email and text message over the next several weeks. I developed this program. You give your little speech like we talked about, your little elevator speech. And the thing is, like, I wanted to bring it to you first because this is something that I really had you in mind when I built this program. And the only con of this program is it's time intensive. It's something where we've got to be talking every single week, right? And it doesn't have to be in person, can be over Zoom, but we're going to spend time together. And so I can't take everybody through this. It's just there's not enough hours in the week. But for the people who really need this, man, this is the culmination of everything I've been working for the past 12 years in this industry. And so anyways, you let them know that I wanted to come to you first because I can't take on many people. You're exactly who I had in mind for this program. And so would love to chat and see if it's going to be good fit for you, right? Or whatever it is. So just, you want to reach out to the dream clients, existing clients, your alumni, right? Then of course we are going to utilize public facing social media, definitely your personal as well as professional, and your entire email list.
Yes.
That's big. So we're going to get those assets together, but the first week is you really just having conversations with current clients to upgrade, alumni, and these personal reach outs. So creating a list and making these personal relationship deposits. Quite often, when we give access to our high ticket launch portal, and I'm like, hey, I want you to whip through this in 2.5 hours. I want you to watch these modules on build, sell, fulfill, renew. Start thinking about your high ticket offers. Do that over the weekend. We'll talk Monday, Tuesday. we'll finalize what those offers are going to be, and then we'll talk about how we're going to launch this into your business, right? Whether it's the front end, the back end, and let's fine tune this marketing play for you. But if you feel comfortable selling this because you're getting all this knowledge over the weekend, like and you're having this great conversation with somebody, if it feels right, just sell it, offer it. I don't even care if they say no, but you'll get used to asking for $2 or $3 or $4 or $5,000.
And you'd be surprised. Like, even before we officially start training with these guys, they're watching the modules, they're having conversations over the weekend, whether it's because of someone they ran into or someone they were just talking to. And we've had people sell a program before even really starting.
All the time. Dominic did it, right?
Yep. I think Mike did it too.
Mike did it. He sold 10K before all of that stuff, right? And I mean, these are just the new people, right? And Sean did it, right? We haven't even talked about his offers yet. We just we talked about how we're going to bolt it into his business, gave him access to the stuff. He just messaged our group. He sold just shy of a 3K, and that was only his mid-ticket. Like, this guy's going to absolutely crush it, because this is just, hey, I feel good about this conversation. I'm just going to offer it. Bam. These guys are bringing in thousands. And it's awesome when we get the full brunt of the marketing play to hit. So anyways, on the front end, you're selling it whenever you have the opportunity, if you feel comfortable with it. Just offer it, and then you're reaching out to the dream clients, right? The next week, and it might be a week and a half or two, it just depends on your time frame, what you have the capacity for, right? But the second phase of this is you're going to send out 3 emails and 3 posts. If you want 1 or 2 of those to be a text message, that's highly dependent on your list and how well it's seasoned and stuff. But there's 3 messages you're going to send out in that week, and all you're doing is building anticipation.
Yep.
Something amazing is coming. Something is amazing is coming. And I've been working so hard on this. I'm very proud about this, right? And so you're going to relate this to whatever it is you're selling, whether it's your high ticket mentorship or whatever it is. Now, if you are just piffing and running a special or a sale, that's going to be slightly different, right? But the whole point of that week is you're going to build anticipation. This also gives you more time, because some of those alumni or whatever you had to warm up those conversations with, then you're going to ease it into this. So it gives you more time to have those conversations, to set up little discovery calls and perfect consultations and close those on that warmer organic list, right? And then we're priming and building anticipation with everybody else. The third phase, week 3, if you're going according to the weeks, could be a little bit longer. There's a 7-day play that we're running. And this is where, hey, big announcement coming tomorrow, right? And this is going out over social media, personal, business. It's going out over your email list. And again, selective SMS.
Yep.
And the cool thing is the people you made feel special is like, I wanted to bring this to you first because there's limited spots. Right. I had you in mind with this. So I wanted to bring it to you first so you could get a spot should you want to do it. Right. So they're going to feel special. Then they're going to get FOMO for the ones that you're still in conversations with or haven't gotten across the line, because now it's being announced.
Right.
And there's deadlines and there's capacities, right, that you're announcing in it.
They're seeing this stuff.
Yes, they're seeing it. So there's urgency, there's scarcity. Those dream clients feel great because you brought it to their attention first, right? And first day, it varies throughout, right? But it's like, hey, something amazing is dropping, super excited. Bam. Next day, you really drop it. Then you're going to start to demonstrate through social proof and tell the story of your a client's journey through it, right? If you don't have one, link it to another story, just not with that exact program, right?
Right.
You can also link it to a story of your own, how it's personally impacted you. You want to tell the story of why you created this or why this is so damn important, right? And tell the story behind it. That's what moves the emotion. And then you're going to, another email and post going out is kind of the pillars of this program, right? So here's kind of what it entails. And then the last 2 or 3 on those days are going to be, because you're running it through a certain date with a certain capacity. So we have urgency, we have scarcity in there. And then we're going to start to turn that on those last 2 to 3 days. Right? hey, here's the deadline, blah, blah, blah. So we were pushing that. Some of these posts are like meme style on Facebook, right? Some of them are attention grabbing images, but we have all the copy written on the text messages, on the emails, on the social media posts. And you can literally copy and paste if you're doing a high ticket program. If you're doing something else like a kids program, obviously you're just changing a little bit of that text, right? To make it match. But you're just going with it. And I mean, this works so well. Like Mike, we were talking about, right? He didn't send it out to his whole audience because he wanted to segment it so it doesn't get kind of overloaded. By day 2, he'd already booked 15 consultations. Freaking wild.
That's overloading me right now, just thinking about that.
That's why we're spacing it out. That's
right,
why
exactly.
he's over 40K in new business, guys. Completely new business. These aren't paid in fulls. He's selling 9-week programs, by the way. 9-week programs for $3,000, $5,000. The guy's just crushing it. And the reason why this marketing hits too is because it's hitting him from a different angle. Instead of just, oh, why don't you come in and work out? Why don't you come in and work out? Why don't you come in? Here's the benefits of working out. Here's the benefits. Why don't you come and work out? Come back, come in. It's hitting it from a totally different angle, right? And that's why it works. You know, even with the owners in New York, they were running it right at the start of the summer. They even had people from this cold ass email list, right? Of people that never respond or take action on anything. And they got people coming in for consults. Mm-hmm. Some of them didn't because New York, you know, they travel a lot in the summer. And at the end of the day, 2 of them, there were even 2 people that said, hey, I'm really interested in this. Now's not a good time because we're leaving for the summer, but I'm really interested in this and I want some more info for when I come back.
Right.
That's marketing that hits, man. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that's really good. But anyways, so yeah, you're that 3rd week, if you're kind of doing it by week, is when you're really hitting it hard. And you're going to have a lot of consultations and get a lot of people through the board. On the last day, you have an AM and a PM, right? So you have deadlines today, blah, blah, blah. Then you're going to send an afternoon reminder, right? And then you're going to have an in case you missed it on the final day. The in case you missed it. And so this is where you can put like a little picture of a sad, you know, either frown or something like that. That'll stop a scroll. You can throw that in the photo in the email. Just saying, hey, you know, I woke up to some disappointing news the other day. There were a couple people who contacted me and they were kind of irritated because they were traveling. They were out of town over the weekend. They missed these deadlines. They were really interested in it. And here's what I decided to do, right? I decided, even though it was past the deadline, I'm going to take care of them. And I'm going to do the same thing for you too. So as long as you reach out today and book a time to talk, whether it's over the phone or in person, sometime this week, I'm going to take care of you too. And you'll get people in case you missed it. It works. People need deadlines to take action. I'm sorry. How many of you have gotten your taxes in 2 months before they were due? Are you shitting me? Right? This is human nature. We need to kind of put these deadlines on there and it works really well. But we have this whole, and you're going to clean stuff up then over the next week or so, right? But the whole point is, in an aggressive launch like this, you can easily make $20,000 in new business. Easily. We have had people do easily north of 50K. Mike's goal is $100,000 in new business from this. Full disclosure, because we're dripping it a little bit, it's going to take longer than that allotted time. But we're running one play with his new high ticket offer. And we're going to go for $100,000 in this launch. If you
That's a bold statement.
I know. Well, I mean, by the end of this week, he's going to be halfway there. Right. He's going to be at 50K.
I mean, if anybody can do it, Mike can do it. It's just, that is a bold statement.
Yeah. It's going to be nuts. And I told him that too. I go, that's bold. I go, you can do it.
I love it.
You can do it. But the great thing, I love a big ass goal like that. Because what if he only brings in $50,000 in new business within a span of a couple months?
That's still
boo-hoo.
Yeah, boo-hoo. Right? Yeah, exactly.
What a failure, right? But yeah, and we created like an abbreviated play on this too. We called it the 10K weekend
Yep.
play. And it's an abbreviated one, where we aim to get that done within a week, right?
Yep.
We launch it over just a few days. We condense that. Obviously, there's a little bit of cleaning up over the next several days after that. But the intent is, hey, can we help somebody raise a quick $5, $10, $15,000?
Yeah.
Even if you don't have a high ticket offer or anything like that too, right? And it's great to reactivate old clients. Holy cow. And a stale list. Really, really top notch.
And I think one of the things to point out too that we actually haven't talked about, which I think deserves some merit, none of this involves paid marketing.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right.
That's
like,
a really good
I'm
point.
Sure I'm sure some people are sitting there and going, all right, well, how much money am I going to have to put in to a paid Facebook advertisement to get this thing off? Zero. The way this thing is built is it's all organic because you're reaching out to your current clients. You're reaching out to your alumni personally, which is super powerful. And then you're reaching out to your entire email list, right? With these plays, with these scripts, this copy that we've already written for you, which if you work with us while we do this, we'll help you tweak it to your business specifically and to your program. And so there is no need for paid marketing whatsoever.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. I didn't even mention that. There is
well, because to us it makes so much sense. We're like, oh, well, we've done this 1,000 times. There's no paid marketing. But I'm sure someone listening on this podcast or watching this video on YouTube was like, all right, what's the catch? Like, where's the paid? Nope, no paid marketing, zero.
Yep. And really, we have everybody, that works with us to bolt on a high ticket offer, or even just working with us generally for business coaching. This is a really good play to start with that, people will ask, well, what about paid ads? I'm like, you're going to be busy enough from this. You don't even need to, don't entertain paid ads when you first do this.
Nope.
You don't even need to. You don't even need to. And you don't want to flood that, because you're going to be selling a higher value thing. You don't want to flood that many in either.
Right.
Because you're just getting used to it. You're getting used to selling this way, interacting with people this way. You're going to need time and bandwidth. And then you're going to, when you sign them up, especially if you're doing a high ticket or whatever it is, there's going to be some fulfillment in there. And don't rush into it too. There's always time for paid ads later.
Yeah.
But in your first couple months with this, yeah. And again, if you're bringing in $20, $30, $40, $50,000 in new business, you don't need the paid ads right now anyways.
You don't.
Right? You don't. So, guys, there's two versions of it. There's the abbreviated, and there's the one that's going to be a good 4 or 5 weeks to execute. But man, $0 in ad spend, your ROI is insane. Absolutely insane. And if you want to get more information on either one of those plays and see if it's a good fit for you, or you want our help doing it, or you want access to our scripts and everything where you can do it yourself, shoot, I don't even know the best way to do it. When we redid this completely soup to nuts, Andy, we don't even have a video on it to like walk through the details.
We don't. We have to update some things.
We do. We're behind in that, but we're for behind now, the ball on that one. But yeah, for now, just hit up Andy, Andy, at what should we do with theprofitlifestyle.com? I mean, we're kind of this thing where we're doing theprofitlifestyle.com or ptlegends.com.
You could go Andy or Andrew at theprofitlifestyle.com or ptlegends.com. It all comes to me anyway.
It all gets to you.
We'll hop on a call and we'll figure out what you need, and then we'll just take it from there.
Keep in mind the abbreviated 10K weekend. I mean, we do that just to raise money, so all your stuff is paid too. So we could put your money where your mouth is. Those who want to go there faster, we do talk about kind of like how high ticket launch works. If you go to ptlegends.com/free-training, free-training, we'll put that in the show notes.
Yep.
But you can get more info on that high ticket launch and how that integrates into any business. Mm-hmm. That being said, that video is a good 2.5 years old, so we have to redo this kind of stuff. And I don't really talk about this marketing program inside of there, because it is completely new and refined. Not completely new, but it's been refined since then.
No, it's been updated.
Completely updated and kicks ass. So I don't mention that in there. Keep that in mind. But you'll see how these high ticket offers work if you're not familiar with that. And that's a good thing to kind of give you. And you can book a call from there too. You can go ptlegends.com/free-training. You can watch the ins and outs of that. And there's a link where you can book a call with us too, like for 30 minutes. So go do that if you're wondering about it, and we can fill you in on that call with anything that you need to know in the marketing plan. So
absolutely.
I think that sums it up, guys. We all have a need where we need a quick 20, 30, 40 grand. So this is the damn fastest way I know how to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
And it works.
So guys, if this is valuable, if this is something you want to do, just go to ptlegends.com/free-training or send Andy at The Profit Lifestyle an email, and we're happy to chat with you. And if you want the abbreviated one versus you want the full one, whichever.
Yep. We got a couple different options to help you out regardless of where you're at. So as we always say, we just want to help you guys make successful businesses. And I actually think we're going to be recording a podcast on why we own businesses. Isn't that the next one we're recording?
I think so. I think that'd be a good one. Yeah.
Which if you're interested in that, definitely stay tuned to the next podcast. But so we're here to help guys. Just let us know, reach out, we'll figure it out, and then we'll just take it from there.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot for listening, guys. Have a great one. Listen, if you're stuck and could use some advice in your business, whether you're just starting out, a veteran in the business, or expanding online or into multiple locations, you can hop on a free call with us to pick our brains at ptlegends.com/one-on-one call. You can see that in the show notes. That is with numbers. Chances are we'll be able to help you get some clarity on what you need to do specifically in your business to get to the next level. It's not a sales call. We'll connect you with the right resources to help you solve your problems. But if you want to learn more about working with us, that's cool too. We can share that information should you want it. So book your call now to get out of the rat race before your week consumes you, which is easy to do at ptlegends.com/one-on-one call. That's with the number 1 on the number 1 call. You can find this in the show notes. See you soon.